Hello guys, welcome to my channel. Today we are looking at a little jump box from Harbor Freight, and let's get to it right now. So this jump box is a Centec 5-in-1 portable power pack. Now it has a built-in air compressor, it's got a built-in work lights, it's got pressure gauges, it's got DC 12-volt sockets for charging. Now the only thing about this unit, so it's built-in air compressor. It also has a built-in 110 volt inverter. So you've got an inverter, compressor, work lights, jump box, 12 volt power supply. But the problem with this jump box is it sat around and the battery went dead. Now I had it for sale in a yard sale, and people were like, yeah, I'd like to buy it. I was only offered it for $5 so somebody could put a battery in it. But then when I was asked, how do you put a battery in it, there was only one YouTube video that I could find. So we're going to be looking into putting a battery into this, what it will take. So right off the bat here, we've got several screws. Some of them are very deep into the case. So you got 3 across the top, 1, 2, 3, 4 on the back, and 2 on the very bottom. So it's going to take a very long Phillips screwdriver, number 2. We are going to see if this thing is even serviceable, because some things are not even serviceable, but it takes trial and error to find out if they are. So here's where it would be nice to have a magnetic screwdriver. Well, this screwdriver's got a little bit of a magnetism to it. So there's one screw out of the handle. Now let's see if we can split this case and see what kind of battery it takes. That one appears to be loose. And I can see some separation at the bottom of the cabinet already, at the bottom of the case. So bear with me here, guys. We're getting closer. I see separation at the bottom. Seems like we're turning and turning and turning. So we got separation at the bottom. We are completely separated. And we're not completely separated at the top. Even though the screws feel like they're out. Something, but all 3 screws are out. They may have some sort of internal snap to keep it together. There we go, guys. There we go. I see the battery. Can you see the battery? Let me spin this around. So we got separation. So the air compressor hose looks like it's getting a little tight. And these jumper cables go to this part that's being removed. There's our battery. This battery doesn't look much different than the one that goes in my garage door opener. Maybe a little more amp hours. Well, there's one disconnect. There we go. I'm going to end up dropping it. I don't really want to drop it. The magnetism is at least strong enough to pick that one up. Pick this one up. That is a hefty little battery, guys. Look at this thing. This thing is an FM 12170B, 20 amp hours, and this thing is heavy. Well, that is all it takes to take this little jump box apart And you know, we're not going to go any further because I don't have to deal with any more wires. So here we are on Amazon, and we see that we have a battery that is a UB12180. Now I checked the dimensions, it's the same as the one that's in my jump starter. So we're looking at the price, it's $36.99. And here's a different one for $44.99. And there's a bunch of different choices. They're all about $40. So the one I ended up going with is this Mighty Max battery, 12 volt, 18 amp hours, same rating as the one that came out of the unit. It's a replacement battery for most jump starters. Look what came in the mail today. We got a Mighty Max model ML 18-12, 12 volt, 18 amp hour battery, rechargeable sealed lead acid battery. So we are going to get this into the jump pack here and make this jump pack usable again. Make a good unit out of a unit that's just sitting around being wasted. So let's get to it right now. So let's check the voltage of this battery that was just delivered. Okay, put this on the 20 volt scale. Check each lead, and we're looking at 12.57. So the battery that this is replacing is this one right here. They are identical size, height, width, and length. And see if I can get this thing hooked back up again. That one is tight. That one is tight. These floating end caps, they make up the battery holder, but they're also, since they're floating, so these two end caps, they slide into the case like this. There's a U channel right here, and really the only reason you can't take it completely apart is because of these two cables. So we gotta pull this cable back down to shorten it. All right, let's do a battery check. So before I hook it together, you see that the voltmeter goes up to 12.5. It's a little bouncy there, but it shows that we are connected properly. And all we got to do now is wiggle this housing back together. Bring it down. Bring it together. Work lights are working. Compressor's working. Let's put it back together. So those were the ones that were a little bit hard to take apart. Even though the screws are out, it didn't want to unsnap. Okay, what about the inverter generator? The light is illuminated, the fan is on. So we got an inverter, we got a jump box, we got work lights, we got an air compressor, we got 12-volt charging, we got USB charging. So we got 5 in 1 here. We got to try this little charger, because this little charger with the old battery showed 0 charge. But with my voltmeter, it shows that it charges. There we go, it is charging. And the voltmeter shows that it's in the green.